Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Well, I have been in Bali now for about 8 weeks and I have had an amazing time here. It's just a spectacular country. There are so many things that happen here that are out of the ordinary, that surprise you, that really enrich the travel experience. I've met some great people. I've had some really amazing experiences, and I just hope that you get a chance sometime in your life to experience this or to enjoy this journey with me. But as I've mentioned before, one of the key things I was trying to do here in Bali was to restart and re-engage with my yoga practice. Like a lot of you, I did yoga when I was in my teens and 20s, and I really loved it. It was part of my life. It was part of my practice, meditation and yoga, and I felt great. Of course, life happened in between, and I got very busy and working, and with a marriage and children, and I just kind of got out of practice. So when I came to Bali 8 weeks ago, I really had to look at myself and my body, accept myself, and I've spoken about this in a separate video about how I really found myself and how to prioritize important things in life through my practice. But I think I would like this time to really talk about 8 things that I have learned about starting yoga and practicing yoga after 8 weeks in Bali. And there's probably far more than that I've learned, but here's just a couple. First of all, it's hard. Yoga it's got this mystique about it of being very sort of relaxing and gentle, and it can be, and it's where I started, and that's in fact still where I am. But it's hard. It's hard work. If your body is not flexible and in shape, you really have to be disciplined and just be patient with your body as it kind of gets used to the positions, and just have to work at it. And so, especially yin yoga, which I've been practicing here, is kind of a gentle yoga that gives you a way to kind of stretch in the positions and hold them. So you actually do feel pain. And as my teacher, Eka, said, pain is your friend. It's going to take you places and that you need to go, and the breathing is really what takes you, through it. So it's hard. Secondly, I think it's character building. It really is a way to show who you really are and what's important to you. So many women in our community write about wanting to stay healthy and fit, and yoga is a perfect way to do that. But you have to, weave it into your life as part of who you are. So it builds a character that is focused, in my opinion, on nutrition and good health and taking care of yourself and doing things that are going to, to make you stronger. And that strength is not just in external; it's also internal. It helps you to deal with situations that are maybe contradictory or confusing, and it gives you that kind of character to be tough and to have a commitment to something that's good for you. That's really good for you. The next thing is it feels good. It really does feel good. Last night I went to what was called restorative yoga. I'm going to the yoga barn, by the way, in Ubud, that has all kinds of courses along a spectrum of yoga practice. And this was restorative yoga. And it was more gentle, but it was also more reflective and meditative and focused on the breathing. And I think that it was so relaxing and so pleasant that I really started to get, I finally am getting it. It's really, hard, but I'm finally getting the point of yoga, which is to strengthen your inner self as well as outer, and to give your body a rest from this constant chatter that we engage with ourselves, and to just take it easy and let that yoga practice help you to feel good about your body. So that's the next thing. The fourth thing is it helps you to, well, I'm not going to say lose weight, because everybody will be rushing out and saying, no, it doesn't, Margaret. And you're right, it doesn't sort of give you a way to lose weight, but it gives you a way to think about yourself as a lighter being. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of an emotional eater. I know when I'm going to eat. You know when I'm nervous about certain things. Okay, I'll be honest. Money. Money is a big worry for me. It always has been in my life. And gosh, these things just get so deep inside you. It's crazy. But, money has always been a concern for me. Probably because I didn't have any as a child, and I lived in a very stressful situation around money for a lot of my life. So it really, eating for me became a way, I think, to fill the emptiness, and also to help with the fear. And so eating for me was associated with that. You probably all have your own triggers that cause you to reach for the cheese, or reach for the cake, or extra sugar. So I think that why yoga doesn't help you lose weight, it helps you think about your overall body health and release some of these things that encourage emotional eating. I think the fifth thing is it gives you a very positive attitude to life. It gives you a positivity about not just your effort, because just showing up every day and doing something that isn't terribly pleasant sometimes is really important. So I think it gives you that positivity and grace under pressure. I think that that's really super important. Another thing, I think this is number 6, is that it really helps you to make new friends who are like-minded friends, people who are also focused on looking after themselves, trying hard to create a body and a mind and soul that are united, and they're just nice people. I mean, the people I've met here who have encouraged, and not just my age, but have been gentle with me, really, really helpful, and just because we have similar interests probably in the real world, but we care about ourselves and our bodies. So I think that that's really, really important. So the next thing that I think is important about yoga, and I've learned here in Bali the last 8 weeks, is it is a lifestyle. It isn't something you do when you're on holiday. It isn't something that you do just 1 week, 1 day out of the week. It's something that you honestly, in my opinion, have to show up every day to do, or every other day if you're busy with other exercise regime. You can blend it in with cardio and other important muscle building, and it just gives you that kind of that sense of life circling around your positive assets, and about doing something good for yourself. But it's a way of life. It is not something, in my opinion, that you can do just casually. And I honestly, hand on heart, I really promise that to myself that I'm going to do yoga at least 4 times a week. And that's going to be my mantra, because I know it really helps. And the 8th thing I think I've learned here, which is really powerful, is, now this is going to sound maybe a little bit abstract, and that is the power of faith. Many of you have a faith related to religion or to spirituality, but my faith has been in myself. In me, the person who, like you, we all have our flaws. We all have things that hold us back in life from our purpose, from our passions, but it's given me faith that I can do it. I can be strong. And yoga, it isn't a miracle cure. It's not a miracle exercise, but I think those 8 things have really, really helped me get it in perspective here in Bali. So I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to continue. In fact, I'm off to yoga now, and going to try some new exercises. I'm just starting to feel strong. It's great. And I wish you all the best. I hope that if you're interested in yoga, we do have a yoga video series, and you're very welcome to take a look at that. Having someone by your side helps.